Lighting the trail.
The African American Heritage Trail is a nonprofit trail comprised of 26 sites. The trail is dedicated to researching and keeping alive the history of African Americans who lived on Martha's Vineyard. Its eventual mission is to bring forth the previously unrecognized lives of outstanding African Americans who spent their lives on Martha's Vineyard. Today, we're going to be diving a little bit deeper into the life of the ship captain, William A. Martin. He takes up at least a few sites on the African American Heritage Trail of Martha's Vineyard because he was actually the first African American captain to ever come out of Martha's Vineyard. Here on our wall of the school is a painting of him. William A. Martin was born in Edgartown, Martha's Vineyard in 1829. He was raised in poverty, and during his childhood, he worked on the Edgartown docks, and through it, he was involved in maritime trade. He married Sarah Brown, a Native American from Martha's Vineyard, and who was a maid to the Morse family in 1857. Together, they lived on the native island of Chappaquiddick, and this gave him an advantage over other colored seamen. In the 1880s, William A. Martin started to captain the Emma Jane, the largest ship he ever worked on. It carried 140 tons of oil. Captain Martin was an extremely talented whaler and who was appreciated by the entire community. And when he was paralyzed, it was a great hit to the entire community. Here we have the grave of William R. Martin. As you can see, it's actually facing away from the sea, even though he's a ship captain. Now, there are many theories for why this is. One is that because he spent his entire life on the sea, he didn't want to be facing the ocean because he was tired of it. I don't actually think that's right. I think the real reason is because he was African American. They didn't respect him enough to face him the same direction as everyone else in the graveyard, so they faced him away from everyone else. So someone actually came and turned his grave around because they thought it was racism to have him facing away from the water. But the Wampanoags of Chappaquiddick were offended by this, and they actually came and turned his grave back facing this way, not because they thought that he needed to be condemned because he was African American, but because they thought that it was more in his right to face the rising sun. This bench is a memorial to Rebecca Michael. She was the mother of William R. Martin, the prolific fisherman. She had a very difficult life. She was constantly in and out of prison for things she didn't do. So we keep this bench here as something to always let her relax after a very hard life. These behind me are the seas that William R. Martin, the prolific ship captain from Martha's Vineyard, once traveled. He is just one story of many that were lost to history because they were African Americans.